Welcome to Triple Play. My name is Nate Olsen.
I'm Grayson CeBallos.
And I'm James Grove.
We're going to talk a little bit about how Josh Hamilton didn't get suspended and what our expectations were of that and what we think of it. James, you have those quotes ready that the managers and Angels organization had to say about it?
Yeah, I think this was the most unprofessional thing that has happened in baseball that I can remember. The team president said it defies logic that Josh's reported behavior is not a violation of his current program. And then the owner said he has serious concerns about Josh's conduct and health and behavior. I feel like as an organization, when a guy goes through such a serious event in his personal life, you shouldn't be talking about what should have happened to him. Instead, you should be supporting him in saying that you're behind Josh Hamilton 100%. Whatever he needs, this organization is going to, try to get him back on track in baseball and in life. And I just feel like they totally threw him under the bus there.
So because he wasn't suspended, do you think this is about the money?
Oh, definitely. 100%. I feel like they were expecting him to get suspended and they were expecting to get some of their money back and be like, okay, we can shelve him for a while and we don't have to worry about paying him. But now they've got to worry about paying him, and their wallets are getting hurt because they were the ones that signed him to that big contract.
I mean, what a way to welcome a guy back to the team, right? I mean,
yeah.
It was unbelievable after I read those things that they said. I mean, I love Josh Hamilton. He's such a humble guy. I've actually met him a few times, and he's one of the most humble guys you ever meet in your life. And I wouldn't wish what's happened to him on anybody, ever. Nobody should have to go through that kind of thing. And I think it puts a real strain on the relationship between the team and Hamilton, just because, say if you were a player and, your manager, your front office said something about, said something to you about that, you wouldn't feel really welcomed back.
Definitely.
I mean, you feel shut out and like they don't support you at all, which would make the whole problem worse. I mean, if somebody has an addiction like that, you should want to help them, like you said. I mean, you should want to give them support and say, we back you. You got us as a support system. Last thing you want to do to somebody like that is, tell them that you're not welcome here, pretty much. And it's just an unprofessional move by the Angels.
Just on a life, just living an everyday life situation for the Angels, the way they should have handled that was incorrect. I think most people can agree to that, and they probably regret it right now.
Definitely.
But Josh Hamilton as a person knows he needs to get his life together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that right now those comments don't mean a whole lot to him, probably, because he's got bigger things in his plate than what the Angels organization is saying about him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when he does get clean and is ready to come back to baseball, all of a sudden those comments pop up. And how can you expect a guy to come back and play 100% for you, for an organization that says something like that?
It has no faith in you, pretty much.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a slap in the face.
And I feel like it also hurt some of the clubhouse because C.J. Wilson came out and said it was disheartening. Like, how do you feel as a player when one of your teammates gets thrown under the bus by the higher-ups? It's kind of like, all right, so if you don't care about him, are you going to care about me if I go through a struggle? Can I really trust the guys above me to make the right decision if they don't really care about me? So I feel like that creates distrust in the clubhouse as well, with the players through the managers. And
definitely.
I hate to compare another sport to it, but this reminded me a lot of the Adrian Peterson situation.
Mm-hmm.
Where, he went through some personal problems and his team backed him up through thick and thin, and now he's kind of bailing on him, but that doesn't matter. They backed him up.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, what, come on back, we'd love to have you back. We don't want to trade you, we're not going to cut you kind of deal. And it's the exact opposite in Josh Hamilton's case. Josh Hamilton is still going through personal issues, which is even more disrespectful by the Angels organization. He still is having problems, and they're still like, they've already squashed the bug, now they're like rubbing it in,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel for the guy, I really do.
Can y'all believe, though, let's talk about this for a second. Can y'all believe that he does not face a suspension? I mean, after everything that was speculated and talked about, everybody's expecting, hey, he's going to get a 25-game suspension at least.
Mm-hmm.
And, at first, one of our previous videos, we talked about, whether or not it was going to happen during his stint on the DL or after, in the middle of the season. And now there's not even a suspension passed down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are y'all thoughts on? What are y'all thoughts on that?
Well, I knew the Players Union was pushing for a reduced sentence. They were looking for 10 to 15 games. They were hoping that the MLB would give him some leeway, especially since he came forward with it. They were hoping they would just be like, all right, he's a human. Can we put him through some, rehabilitation that'll make him better, not just punish him for this? But man, when they said no suspension, I was like, wow. I don't even know what to say because it was really unbelievable for me.
Right.
I'm happy for the man, but I'm very surprised by the decision.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that he didn't have suspension either. I truly thought it was only going to be 15 games. No suspension. While I guess 15 games is quite a few games, it's not like devastating. So no suspension isn't going to make a huge difference on what the club what was going to happen to the club anyway.
Yeah.
But I think now what we were talking about earlier, the morale of the club is completely changed because of his no suspensions decision. And I think that's the bigger impact of it all.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think what people need to realize too is he's a human being. He's not just a ball player, and I feel like that's what the Angels lost sight of. He's a human being. He's not just payroll that you have to.
He's not a pawn.
He's not a paycheck that you have to give out. So
just for that, I'm really rooting for Josh.
definitely.
Let's just hope that he can get better, and not in a baseball sense, but as a human.
Off the field, yeah.
Off the field, let's just hope that he can make it through.
And hey, if he comes back on the field and he blows everyone away, I'm all for that too.
Absolutely.
I love the guy. So.
Hey guys, well thanks for watching the Triple Play. Let us know what you think about Josh Hamilton and not having a suspension. Let us know what you think about the Angels organization coming out about it. We thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like our Facebook and YouTube page. Thank you so much. Take care, guys.